we're here to make another reaction. Now this time, we're gonna see DC Films presents Dawn of Justice League 1 through 5. Now we're gonna put all of them together, just all of them together. I am super excited. I'm not sure when is this gonna be up, but it's gonna be up. Now without further ado, let's get started. Let's get started. Hey, the movie.
The comic books and the history and the lore. It was really special to watch it come together.
Dude, that theme, oh my god.
Everyone has grown up having their heroes.
These are the biggest names, icons in the world.
It's an amazing opportunity to bring them all together into a single world. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, and countless others.
Big surprise for the fans. It's going to be how interconnected all these movies are.
Now is the time to bring everything together.
Fans and super friends, I'm Kevin Smith, and tonight we're going to talk about the dawn of the Justice League. Man, DC Films and Warner Brothers Pictures finally bringing the Justice League universe to the big screen. We're going to see live-action versions of all the characters we've always loved. I cannot wait, man, but I'm a super fan, so we need somebody, an expert to talk to about this, someone on the inside. So let me bring out my boy from DC Comics, Jeff Johns. Come on out, Jeff.
Oh yeah, Jeff.
Come on up here,
My
baby.
favorite writer in DC Comics.
Okay. I've been waiting for this moment since I was a kid. I need to know more about DC coming to the big screen.
Before we get into that, what was your first experience with DC?
When I was a kid, probably the first DC Comics I saw were Batman Detective Comics at a barber shop where I used to get my hair cut. They gave me comic books, and I'd sit there reading. That's where I first discovered Batman. That's what brought me in whole hog into that world, and so much so that it's in my DNA.
That's awesome.
Let's go a little deeper, man. Explain the beauty of DC Comics.
The DC characters are the most iconic and well-known superheroes and villains in the world. And all of them have these huge worlds they come from, and those worlds themselves are a massive universe all their own.
The idea of diving into each one of their worlds on the big screen for the first time,
It's a big deal.
changes everything.
When I was a kid, my mother gave me a cardboard box filled with comics. It was like an entire world had been opened. Pandora's box had been unleashed.
Our response to these amazing characters is so visceral and so deep.
There's some sort of fantasy fulfillment in getting to watch these superheroes do what we kind of wish we would do inside of our mind.
They never grow old. Rather like the gods in Greek drama, they still speak to us.
Tell me a bit about the Justice League. I know a bit, of course, but I want to hear you tell me the history of the Justice League.
In 1960, they did this issue of Brave and the Bold. That was the first time they really brought Batman, Superman, Flash, and Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman, and Aquaman together and called them the Justice League. And it was a massive deal. So the Justice League universe isn't just these characters coming together, it's 8 mythologies crashing into one another. To me, that's the magic.
These characters, these storylines, the Justice League universe, they were designed for the big screen.
Oh.
Let's talk about Batman v Superman. It's the dawn of justice because this is the beginning.
Man of Steel introduced Superman, and then Batman v Superman introduces Batman, and we see those two characters face off and collide, but it's not just them that collide, it's their respective worlds. Metropolis, Gotham, and everything that comes with that.
Yes.
Today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for.
Superman has made the leap, and now he's out there for everyone to call judgment on.
All this time, been thinking I'm here to do good. Superman was never real.
This means something.
At the end of Man of Steel, Zod was fighting Superman. There was lasers ripping apart buildings and things were blowing up. Bruce Wayne blamed Superman.
So explain for those that don't know, why are these two titans fighting?
Well, you got to remember, this is the first time Superman ever meets Batman. Batman knows Superman was involved with something that had fire come down from the sky and destroy Metropolis.
There are a number of different ways that we've evolved, both Batman and Bruce Wayne in this movie. He's older, darker, more world-weary.
He has the power to wipe out the entire human race. And we have to destroy him.
Superman sees Batman as a criminal, brutal and unforgiving.
This Bat vigilante is like a one-man reign of terror.
You don't get to decide what the right thing is. Nobody cares about Clark Kent taking on the Batman.
And then you got Lex Luthor.
The big cornerstone bad guy. Lex appeared early in Superman's career. Back then he had red hair. So the movie takes inspiration from the comics. But you'll see a modern day take on Luthor that spins him into something new. What he's doing, what he's manipulating, he becomes a different kind of adversary for Superman and Batman.
I love bringing people together. How are we?
Lex.
Hi, hello, Lex. It is a pleasure. Ow! Wow, that is a good grip. You should not pick a fight with this person. Lex feels competitive with Bruce Wayne. He's learned everything about him. Lex hates Superman. Learned everything about him.
He's kind of the puppet master, kind of controlling these two heroes, forcing them into conflict.
The greatest gladiator match in the history of the world. Son of Krypton versus Bat of Gotham.
Batman vs. Superman begins to set the stage for Justice League when all of these heroes come together and fight as a single unit.
She with you? I thought she was with you.
In the middle of this fight, Wonder Woman. She's got her own movie coming.
She does, and we're going to get a first look at it later in the show.
And also, later on, we're going to show you the world premiere of the brand new Suicide Squad trailer.
And we'll talk about Harley Quinn, the Joker, and the other villains of the Justice League universe. Stick around.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back to the DC Films Extravaganza, man. Me and Jeff are about to dive into the villainy of the Justice League universe.
All these villains in DC, they're so varied. They come from different backgrounds, and they're as iconic and well-known and as colorful as the heroes, if not more so.
You have bigger fans for the villains in DC sometimes than for the heroes. And now we're going to see that on the big screen.
My favorite DC characters were always the ones with the dark side. You're intrigued by bad guys, you know? You want to understand them more.
Now, in Batman v Superman, you've got both Lex Luthor and Doomsday, two of Superman's big bads.
Absolutely. DC has the best supervillains there are. Like the Joker.
They have so many flaws and so many problems and issues that it's weirdly enough makes them relatable.
Jeff, let's talk about Suicide Squad right now.
Suicide Squad is a collection of supervillains recruited by this government agent, Amanda Waller, and says, hey, look, you do this mission for the government, and your sentence gets thrown out the window. And by the way, you'll probably die.
That's the key. So it's villains against villains. They're almost like the anti-Justice League. Justice League.
Yes.
Sounds like a movie.
It's taken some work, but I finally have them. The worst of the worst.
Where?
Let's just say I put him in the hole and throw away the hole.
Society doesn't care about him. In that way, it adds to the fact that it's the greatest army you can find.
We're bad people doing a good thing.
So that's it, huh? We're the Patsies. We're some kind of Suicide Squad.
It's not a movie about good versus evil. It's a movie about bad versus evil.
I cannot wait to see this movie. Give me the lineup.
Deadshot. World's best marksman.
The thing about Floyd Lawton is he gets pleasure out of ridding the world of trash.
Colonel Rick Flag, the military guy in charge of the field team.
These aren't just bad people. They do bad things, but they also have loyalty.
Harley Quinn.
Dr. Harleen Quinzel is a psychiatrist, and that's where she met Joker and fell for Joker, and then born out of that was the transformation into Harley Quinn. I hope you got insurance. When you don't know whether Harley's gonna like laugh, hug you, or like shoot you.
But I'm looking at Deadshot's very helmet. Harley Quinn's bat. What is this?
Katana soul sword that imprisons the souls of everyone it kills.
Oh, that's fantastic. Now, who are the other members of the Suicide Squad?
We got Captain Boomerang, El Diablo, the Enchantress, Killer Croc, and finally the definition of wild card in the movie, the Joker.
Oh, he's back!
The Joker isn't someone to mess with.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you.
There will always be a Joker waiting.
I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
Jeff, this is the Joker's cane.
It is, Kevin.
I'm putting on gloves and I'm picking it up. You can't stop me. How does the Joker fit into the Suicide Squad?
I will only say he's not exactly a member of the Suicide Squad.
That's all you're gonna give me?
That's it, man.
That's fine, because later on in the show, we're gonna see a world premiere first look at the new Suicide Squad trailer. So enough about the villains for now. Let's go back to talking about the heroes. Out of Batman v Superman comes the Wonder Woman movie. She's gonna get her own standalone movie. We're gonna show you Wonder Woman. Stick around. Come on. Hold on. Welcome back to the DC Films Extravaganza. One of the most exciting things coming out of Batman v Superman is the fact that Wonder Woman gonna have her own movie. I can't wait, man. Let's talk about Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman's like one of the greatest superheroes out there, but people don't know her origin like they know Superman's origin and Batman's origin. And so what we want to do in the film is really tell people who she is, where she comes from, and why she does what she does. And we've never seen her on film before. She comes from a Greek mythology. She was born on this island of Amazons called Themyscira.
We're gonna see her coming of age, the entire history, what's her mission.
And these Amazons were once created to protect man's world, but they since abandoned it. And Diana is asking constantly, why don't we go do what we were created to do and protect man?
And they say because they're not worth it. And this takes her on a journey into our world.
Telling a story like this now is pivotal and important. The story of a very powerful woman.
She's an Amazon warrior. She's the best fighter in the DC universe. She has strength and speed, and she's been training her whole life for war.
Wonder Woman has been around for 75 years. Feminist cultural icon.
She stands for equality, and that's really important. I think that's why people love the character.
The greatest thing about Wonder Woman is how good and kind and loving she is, yet none of that negates any of her power.
Come on, man. Wonder Woman on horseback. Wonder Woman on horseback. Dude, take my money. Take all my money. Take my kids' tuition money for school. That looks fantastic, dude. We've seen Wonder Woman. We've seen Batman. We've seen Superman. We know there's a Justice League movie coming, so it ain't gonna just be those three. Who else is gonna be in the Justice League movie?
With Justice League, you've really started to lay a foundation for a pretty expansive world when it comes to superheroes.
Well, first we got Aquaman. His name is Arthur Curry. He's the son of a lighthouse keeper and the Queen of Atlantis. And he starts to develop these powers. He can breathe underwater. He can communicate with sea life. He's very strong.
He's the only one that's both. He's human and he's a god. I want to see him struggle with the fact that he has these powers and doesn't know how to handle them. He hasn't been trained.
He grows up not really feeling like he belongs in either world. So he's a man who's trapped between two worlds, but has a responsibility of protecting both of them.
What is it? 3/4 of the world is covered by water? That's his domain. One of the last mysteries left in this world is what's below.
Absolutely. And so what else is down there? Aquaman knows.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We got The Flash. The Flash has been awesome on television.
They're crushing it.
It's
Flash
been great. This is another Flash, a version in the Justice League universe, the cinematic version of The Flash. Barry Allen, his mother is killed. His father's blamed for it and put in prison, and he becomes obsessed with forensic science. He wants to prove that his father was innocent. And one night, working on his mother's case, a bolt of lightning hits him and he gains super speed.
He's been struck by the lightning. That's the mythos. But he's a human. If he can run through walls, he can run across water. He can run so fast that he can move into another plane of frequency where there's another reality.
The thing about the Flash is that the past isn't just something he thinks about, it's an actual place he can visit. The Flash has all of time, past and present.
Space-time continuum, how awesome is that?
Holy snap. That might be the most powerful character. Cyborg.
We also have Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I know, one of my very favorite characters from the Teen
Yes.
Titans. Victor Stone is an athlete whose father is a scientist. Victor's in a horrible accident, and it's only through his father's talent and skills and technology that he survives. But he survives only because he's built into a cyborg.
He is a technopath, which means he can just interface seamlessly with anything technological. His greatest weakness is actually trying not to succumb to the technology, trying to stay human.
Cyborg is plugged in. He's online 24/7. He doesn't sleep. He just takes in data.
Now, in the information age, the character's way more viable, way more interesting.
He's an icon now, just like the rest of them.
That is freaking awesome.
All right, I hate to sound greedy, but give me a taste of something else in the future. Spoil us with information nobody else has.
Well, I'll just tell you, we've been to the bottom of the oceans, we've been to ancient Greek mythology, we've been to the past and the future of Flash, into the digital world of Cyborg. We still got to go to space.
So the Green Lanterns and the Green Lantern Corps will be coming to join the Justice League universe.
That's every kid's dream. See all those Justice League characters together. Green Lantern's a big part of it. I'm about to pass out. But you know what's gonna make me more excited? Coming up next, finally, man, we're gonna show you the brand new world premiere trailer for the Suicide Squad. Check it out. Stick around.
Hi, I'm Margot Robbie. On behalf of the entire squad, I am thrilled to present this exclusive look at our newest trailer.
Oh.
Is this the real life?
Oh.
Yeah, dollar please.
Hey.
Great Caesar's Ghost, that looks amazing. When is that coming out?
This August.
So Suicide, when is that coming out?
This August.
So Suicide Squad's in August. When is Batman v Superman?
March 25th.
Oh, we live in a great time, kids, because DC Films and Warner Brothers Pictures are kicking open the doors on their Justice League universe in the coming years, man. I can't wait. It's time. Time to see it up writ large.
Up, up, and away.
There is a universal appeal to these DC characters.
Each and every one of us wants to be a hero. These heroes have so many real qualities. It makes us think we can be heroes as well.
This is seismic, man.
It's going to be fun going along for the ride.
Oh, man, that's all the show we got for you tonight, folks.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, but I want to thank this guy, Jeff, for coming here, telling us all the inside information, and making sure my favorite characters from childhood are going to make it all the way up to the big screen. Well done, man. But before we get out of here, we got one more thing for him. Tell him.
Don't forget, Batman v Superman kicks off the Dawn of the Justice League, March 25th. Don't miss it.
Ooh. So those are the 5 parts of the Justice League, Dawn of Justice League. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty awesome. Wonder Woman is not somebody you want to mess with. And I'm talking for real. She is very, very good at martial arts. She's trained her whole life. The video just explained it. It's freaking awesome how they detailed everybody. They don't give much, but they do explain who they are and what's their mentality, where they come from, how do they develop these powers. It all ties to that. Now I hope the Aquaman, you guys do it right. Jason Momoa looks freaking awesome as Aquaman. I enjoy it. I enjoyed the Throne of Atlantis. Back then, I didn't know that Aquaman was that cool. Are you kidding me? I thought that Aquaman was super lame. But no, he's actually pretty cool. He's actually an interesting character. Another thing that I want to talk about is Cyborg. Cyborg is one of my favorite superheroes just because if you take care, he is the only human, he is the most humanized one of all the Justice League. If you go around all the Justice League, you'll see that they go to outer space. It's Superman, it's Batman that's always thinking ahead, it's Wonder Woman that comes from a gods, the Flash, where he is amazingly overpowered, just like Superman. And Cyborg is really one of those characters that you can appeal with, and I think that's smart. That's smart for them. I did like one of the comments that Will Smith did. Oh, it's the Suicide Squad. That is not about good versus evil. It's about bad versus evil. Now that's a pretty interesting, and I like that. And again, Jared Leto as Joker, I freaking love it. Isn't he just cool? I'm still getting used to the whole tattoos, but he is freaking cool. And I've seen Jared Leto do some acting, and he's pretty freaking cool. Now, as in all of the Justice League, this is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. Wonder Woman looks amazing. I didn't know about this, but Gal Gadot is pretty freaking cool as Wonder Woman. I mean, the shots and all the action that's coming up is pretty freaking cool. Now, Wonder Woman, those shots can be altered, and it can be better, and it can be more spectacular than I would have thought. But the role that they're putting her is pretty good. It's like Game of Thrones meets what does it mean? Second World War and the best Amazonian. That sells me out. Now, yeah, sells me out. Now, yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah, Gal Gadot. Yeah. So yeah, Justice League, the Dawn of the Justice League. It's pretty cool. I liked it. It didn't give too much, but it gave what it needed, and I love that. I freaking love all the characters. And say what you want, but I kind of tend to lean on the Justice League just because, you know, it's my childhood and I love it. Marvel, I like it too, but I think it's now a time to get another view on superheroes. Man of Steel, I loved it. I liked it. Not to say that it's a perfect movie. It has some issues with it, but I loved it. It's a great new introduction to this new superhero, to this new Superman. And I enjoyed it. I really did. It was cool for me. As a Superman fan, it paid its price. So yeah, guys, what did you guys think about that? What can we say about that show? About the explanation of every Justice League member. What do you guys think? I personally loved it. You can comment below if you want to. Like the video, please, and subscribe. And also, if you have friends, I don't think so. You don't have friends. I think. Please share it with your friends. You know, put it over there. And in the links below is my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Vine account if you want to go check them out. Well, see you guys next time. And welcome to my channel where I upload stuff for no good reason. Peace.